Hello friends, this is Dr. John WorldPeace JD. I'm the advocate for Jesus Christ, and I'm the advocate for world peace. I'm here tonight to begin a last 5-week wake-up call regarding Donald Trump and Christians who are tempted to vote for him. Jesus said in his ministry, if I didn't tell you these things, then you would be innocent and you'd have an excuse for doing the wrong thing. Well, I'm saying the same thing to you. I'm telling you this, and you're not going to have any excuse to vote for Donald Trump. But let me tell you, what I'm talking about here is not going to end in 5 weeks. What I'm talking about here has been going on for 3 or 4 months, with me mailing out 2,000 to 5,000 emails a day to churches and Christians. And this is more than Donald Trump. But right now, Donald Trump is a part of this, and so that's why I'm focusing on it. I need to clear up something that is very confusing to me. And it has to do with Christians who I don't think understand what a radical ultra-liberal is. The number one example of a radical ultra-liberal is Jesus Christ. Jesus is not a conservative. Now, what did Jesus say? Love one another as I have loved you. Do unto others as you would have done to you. Judge not. Be a good Samaritan. Whatever you do to the least of you, you do to me. My Christian friends, this is an ultra-liberal message. To love each other, to reach out to the poor and the needy and the helpless, and be a good Samaritan. Jesus is the number one liberal who ever lived. I'm going to tell you, you cannot go to church on Sunday and worship and give lip service to Jesus Christ, the ultra-liberal, and then go and vote as a conservative Republican. You can't be a Christian and a Republican. You cannot believe in Jesus and be a Republican. Now let me tell you that I have 3 degrees, one in political science, one in accounting, one in law. I've been in the military, 72 U.S. Army Infantry. I'm not some airhead. My IQ is in the top 1%. I've been married a couple of times, 4 kids. All 3 sons went to the Marine Corps. I'm not an ultra-fascist military guy. I did my duty. I've been self-employed my whole life, my working career, insurance, accounting, tax, law, web design. I'm not living homeless, but I'm living a minimal life. It's just me. Kids are grown, parents are dead, exes are in Texas, and I'm doing what I've been doing my whole life, except more so, because I don't have any other distractions. Now it's time for you Christians to wake up. Jesus described Satan through the commandment about lying. He said, "You're a liar because there's no truth in you." And we got a president who's a liar, and there's no truth in him. Today was just another day where we found out, which I already knew and been yelling about for 4 years. The guy's bankrupt. He owes no taxes because he's gone bust to the tune of $1.5 billion. He's a loser. But he's certainly not a Christian. It's time for a wake-up call. And I'm the guy doing it. I'm the only advocate for Jesus Christ on this planet. I've been sending out these letters, and you're probably watching this right now because you've got this letter. I've sent out 500,000. These are one-on-one direct emails. These are not broadcasting on social media or the TV. This is 500,000 emails to date. And you know what? Nobody has challenged me. There's been a few that have called me names, but those are ignorant people. You start attacking me, it's because you can't answer the questions that I'm putting down before you. The book of Revelations is nonsense. And I'm not going to get into that in this video, but I am going to tell you a few things that you need to wake up to. Jesus said, "My kingdom is not of this earth." The book of Revelations, the false book of Revelation, says Jesus is going to come and I guess set up in Rome or Jerusalem and sit on the throne and take visitors. Jesus said, "My kingdom is not of this earth." What did he also say after the crucifixion? "I am with you always. Where two or more are gathered in my name, I am present." Well, folks, you can't come back if you never left. Now, this is irritating to me because it's so simple. But so many of you have listened to these false preachers, none of which have challenged me, none of which have come up with a solution as to what's going on in the world. None of them have done anything except bow down to Donald Trump, basically over the abortion issue, which I'll get to in a minute. When Jesus rose, he did not rise up in an earth body. He was born in an earth body, but when he rose in a soul body, his spiritual body. That's why he could walk through walls, appear out of nowhere, rise up into the sky. It's because he was in his soul body. If he was going to be the king of the world, he would have an earth body. But he didn't. His kingdom is not of this earth. The book of Revelations is a lie. 95% lie. Like in any prophecy, there's about 5% truth. I believe in the resurrection. I believe in Jesus. I am the number one only advocate for Jesus. As Ezekiel told the prophets of Baal that he was the only prophet of God left, and I'm telling you, I'm the only advocate, the one talked about in the Bible, the one referred to by Jesus. Now you think, oh, that's not the way it is. Well, let me tell you something. There's 200 denominations of Christianity, and some of them don't even believe in the Trinity. When Martin Luther set up Protestantism, since then we got 200 denominations, and they don't agree. So there is no for sure true Bible. There's 200 different opinions in the denominations. We are in the times that's talked about in Revelations, but it's not rolling out the way the book of Revelation says. The book of Revelation says Jesus is going to come down in clouds and angels and all that. Well, you know what, folks? If you think about what you've been taught, that's what the Jews thought. And they were wrong. He came as a baby in a human body. Now this craziness has been recooked in the book of Revelations, and they're still talking about Jesus out of the clouds, not with angels to kill Romans, but for angels to kill whoever. It's a lie. It's not going to happen. Let me talk just for a second about abortion. Let me tell you the number one problem with abortion. You false Christians go out and you say, we're not going to have abortion. We're going to step into this woman's life and she's not going to have an abortion. But you know what you're not doing? You're not standing up to adopt that unwanted child. And you know what? In that legislation, you're not allowing any money to raise this unwanted child. And you know what Jesus said? Whatever you do to the least of me, the least of you, you do to me. You demand a child be born and then you don't support it. Guess what? You logged in some time in hell for it. You're going to be the goat that Jesus is going to say, get out of my face. You can't pass anti-abortion legislation and not tack on welfare entitlements unless you want to go straight to hell. This is a democracy. Let me tell you the number one problem with Donald Trump. God did not anoint him. And any crazy preacher that tells you that's an idiot. Jesus said, a house divided cannot stand. Jesus is against everything that Trump is. Trump has not observed 9 of the 10 commandments, and like John the Baptist said, he makes the way of the Lord crooked. You're playing with fire, demanding children be born, and you're not going to support them. But let me give you another clue. A fetus in the womb, if taken out of the womb early, is going to die. It's not alive. It's not a child. It's not a baby. It's a fetus. It has no rights. It is nothing. When that fetus dies, if it does, the soul goes back to heaven. Ecclesiastes. When the human dies, the body goes to dust, and the soul returns to God who made it. You cannot kill a soul. You can kill fetuses all day long. You're not going to affect the soul that's attached. And if that baby is born, that fetus is born, and it automatically turns into a baby. You touch that baby, you're going to jail. It's a criminal offense to harm a human being. But it's nothing to harm a fetus, because a fetus is nothing. It's not alive. It's on its way, maybe. This is the first of many videos. You need to get your mind right. God shut down Donald Trump. Everything was going cool until last November, and God shut him down. God did not anoint him. You elected him. If God anointed him, God would own his bad acts, but you elected him. You own those bad acts. You're going to pay for those bad acts. Whatever he does to others, you own it. Denying health care and all the other bad things he's done. You own it, because this is a democracy. You bought in. You buy into the abortions. You step in. You own it. And for not supporting those kids that are born unwanted and not adopting them, you got time in hell coming. I got a lot more to say, and it's not going to all be nice. You need to wake up. You need to kick these false preachers into the gutter. Jesus told the rich man, go sell everything you have, then come follow me. Sell it all, give it to the poor, come follow me. And you got guys like Joel Osteen out there worth $10 or $15 million, and you got the king, Kenneth Copeland, worth almost $1 billion, talking about Jesus who had nothing. Wake up. We're in the times of the revelation, but not that scenario. You need to buy this book that I have written, The Third Millennium, Second Reformation of Christianity. It's on YouTube, on Amazon as an ebook for $4. You can afford it, and you better read it. There's 250 pages in there. I sent you a letter. You better read that too. God is not going to react well if you put Trump back in office. When the Jews crucified Jesus, God left Israel. He walked away. So veil in the Holy of Holies split in two, and God left. There's been no prophets since then. Then God tore down the temple. Let the Romans do it. Then God let the Romans kick the Jews out of Israel. Then God handed over Israel to the Muslims. Then he let them build the Dome of the Rock on the Temple Mount. And then in 1940, God let the Nazis kill 6 million Jews. God is not happy with Israel. Think about it. Look at what's really happening, and quit listening to these false preachers. This is Dr. John WorldPeace, September the 28th, 2020. I'll be back.